Welcome! The curtain rises again on the thrift store rundown, this time bringing Broadway home on a budget. And really there could be no better time to do so than Tony Awards weekend. The 76th annual Tony Awards, hosted by Oscar winner and Tony nominee Ariana DeBose for the second time, taking place at Washington Heights United Palace, airing this Sunday night on CBS. Admittedly, I almost always foot the bill when it comes to anything and everything Hollywood, as I've been doing so throughout the past 6 years on this channel, but I don't often foot the bill on anything and everything related to Broadway because I'm not a Broadway person. I have done so spectacularly, I should say, for my 5th anniversary spectacular on this channel, The Cast Cab of Dreams, celebrating all that is New York on a budget. I believe I reviewed about half a dozen Playbill magazines, which in my view is the definitive Broadway magazine. One common feature you'll find in Playbill is a little something called Act This Theater, which according to this book offers playgoers instant nostalgia by listing notable hits and some famed fiascos that have played through the years in the theater that they are attending. Make that 40 theaters, spanning 110 years of Broadway shows, stories, and stars at this theater. This book was originally made in 1984, then updated in 2002, and re-updated in 2010, which is the copy I have before you today. Co-authored by Robert Villegas and Louis Bardo, with a foreword by noted Broadway actor Cheyenne Jackson. And yes, as this tag on the top right corner of the cover would indicate, it is indeed an autographed copy. This just so happens to be Robert Villegas' autograph, which is kind of cool. This is published by Applause Theater and Cinema Books, an imprint of Hal Leonard, and retails for $38.99 in the U.S. From A to W in this case, 40 theaters from the Al Hertzfeld to the Winter Garden Theater. You get a brief look at each theater's history and the box office hits and misses that played at each theater. Whether that be Beauty and the Beast, or whether that be Chicago, or whether it be Les Miserables, or Cats at the Winter Garden. You name it, you'll find it in these theaters, listed in alphabetical order, with a whole host of photographs from the stage, and sketches of each theater's facade. And unless otherwise noted, these photographs come from the theater collection of the Museum of the City of New York. For purposes of time, and because of a little side item I have for you to pair alongside this, I'm going to focus on the Sam S. Subert Theater, made by Lee and J.J. Subert in tribute to their brother Sam, who got him started in theatrical business before he died in a railroad accident when he was just 29 years old. Sam, realizing that his brothers didn't want to walk on the railroad all the livelong day, had this theater named after him. This theater housed some real good plays, including Promises, Promises, A Chorus Line, Gypsy, Crazy for You, Memphis, Spamalot, and some other great plays. And by the way, this is just one Subert theater to name here. There are plenty of other theaters in here listed under the Subert organization, such as the Barrymore, the Bernard B. Jacobs Theater, the Majestic, as I said before, the Winter Garden, the Golden Theater. Actually, you can just take a look at all the theaters listed under the Subert organization in this 16-ounce, BPA-free, top-rack dishwasher-safe, holographic cup, listing all those Subert theaters, along with the facade of what I think is either the Chief Subert Theater or their headquarters. The one downside to this is that if you hold up the holographic side to your eyes, you kind of get fatigued by looking at it too close. So, look at it from a good distance, but do take a good look at this because it is an otherwise pretty cool cup. I don't know if you can see it here, but it was made by the Leica Cup Company in, where else? The Big Apple, New York, New York. And has all the specs that I said before listed right here on the bottom. Once again, 16 ounces, BPA free, dishwasher safe. Pairing this up with this was no brainer. At the theater earns 4.5 out of 5 claps, and the cup, which I purchased for 99 cents from Unique, 4.5 out of 5 claps. I wish it was a little bit bigger. But 9.5 out of 10. You know, the folks around Broadway don't just say the show must go on just for fill-up. They truly mean it. They weren't about to let their biggest night of the year be taken off the air due to ongoing labor disputes with the Writers Guild of America, coast to coast. We'll talk about the Writers Guild strike in future videos because I have a couple of film scripts that need to be addressed, and I do support the writers' strike within reason. But still, what did the Broadway community do to be picketed? Nothing. So they made a few alterations, and therefore the show will indeed go on this Sunday night on CBS. So here's to breaking some legs without breaking the rules. As far as this book goes, despite me not being much of a Broadway person, again, I still gotta say it was a real pleasure to break this book in and to play this bill like a real fiddler on the roof. Get out of here! Oh yeah, we've been having a problem with bed bugs lately. Perhaps it's time we get rid of this and a few other things. But what do you think? That's one thing about Broadway, folks. As in Hollywood, expect the unexpected. Thanks for watching. Check out more TSR by clicking on another awesome review like this one, top left. And be sure to subscribe by clicking top right. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.